What's up, guys? Welcome back to a new video. What do you think about my chain dog? Am I gangsta? Am I hunky? Yeah, I don't want to wear a shirt because it's already hot in here. So I had to have something to hang the mic from, so I chose the chain. And I think I look pretty good. And I'm gonna play some Wii U, while also telling a story time. Or it will be a short one, since, it's like it happened quite recently. I hope you see good. It was about a week ago, I think, if not just a few days ago. And what happened was that the teacher told me to bring down the curtains, and I did it, but then it got stuck. And I'm quite short. I'm 5'5" or 165 centimeters. And when I tried to reach it because it got stuck, I couldn't reach it because I'm too short. And then one of my friends, started laughing at me and pointed it out to everybody. But, in my opinion, that wasn't what was most embarrassing or like what made me the most angry. This thing is a little delayed. What made me the most sad was like, the girls who were watching. They already been watching since he told me to bring down the curtains. And they saw me even before he said anything, fail to bring down the curtains. And girls, when they like don't like you or like are disgusted by something, they give you that look. Oh shit, I am not doing so good. And I got that. Oppa. And I got that stare from them. And that didn't make me feel so good about myself. They made me feel, that as if I had done something wrong. Ain't there no healing bird? And that kinda hurt my feelings. I shot it, goddamn! I gotta play again. But I can finish the story now. I got a little too focused. And so, they looked at me. And this one particular girl, I kinda liked her before until I got to know that she had like 2 million snap scores. And because like she always ignored me, but then when she thought I did something wrong, she always like scolded me. There was like a time we had a group project and I told someone they did wrong, and she was like, why don't you speak to us in a more nicer tone? And I'm like, she did wrong. I don't know, I don't care about the tone. Like I already told her once that she did wrong and she did it again. So I gotta, speak a little more seriously. And that's just how I am as a person. But she didn't like that. And she's like never been nice to me. So this particular girl, I saw her staring at me, and I was like, damn. Like, I don't know, man. I didn't feel sad about it. I just felt, disappointed in myself and maybe the girls for reacting in that way. I don't know. It's like a strange feeling, man. I can't really describe it. It's like just a feeling of being pathetic and being like, haha, why are they doing this to me? Like, what have I done towards them? But life is cruel, and that's how it is. I don't know if I told this story time before, but I just came to think about it. It's about when me and my brother were visiting my grandma. Also, I forgot to say, the chain I'm wearing, oppa, is from my grandmother. Hit me. And we were visiting my grandmother, and we went to this, like, news... Okay, this game is very fun. A lot harder than I remember. I think it's very delayed. But, you know, we went to the park and some kids started chasing us because, you know, I'm Asian. So they started screaming at me like ching chong and all that, and then with racist remarks. And one even screamed the N-word. And I actually have video on it, but I ain't gonna bother finding it, and I'm not gonna show it because of their privacy and stuff. But I remember like it went on for half an hour that they just harassed us. And I told my brother, I can just beat them up because they were like 3 years younger than us, and I think I was 12 or something. But one of them threatened, like, I don't know, I called him like, you know, the R word, that he was very dumb, and that really, really offended him because he said, my brother is like, you know, that. And I was like, yeah, I can tell. And then he was like, I'm gonna get my brother, he's like 15. And his brother was older than my brother. So my brother told me, just let it go, bro. Like, we don't want them to get his brother. You don't know what kind of sickness he got. Like, you know, people with some mental illnesses, or like when something's wrong in their brain, they can get very violent very quickly. So my brother, he's the smarter of us two. He didn't want to risk it. So I just followed what my brother said. What am I doing wrong in the dodges, man? And, you know, so yeah, me and my brother left. And, yeah, nothing more than that. It was quite a short story. It was just a story about, you know... Okay, that was not probably the smartest I could have done, but... It was just a story about, you know, the harassments I experienced from a bunch of, you know, kids. But, you know, that's something we all have to deal with. Some more than others. This game is a lot harder than I remember. I probably should just... I feel like I'm interrupting my own stories, so it's like a bad flow with it. So I'm just gonna speak what comes to my mind. And part of that might be, you know, me growing up. I don't wanna, like, make myself out to be a victim, but, like, I grew up very... Like... I just said I don't want to make myself a victim, but, you know, the first thing I'm gonna say is that I was a victim. You know, bullying, social exclusion, and all that. Just because I didn't fit in. Not only because of my personality, but also because... What? I think I have to stand up because this doesn't register. Oh, I think... I'm stupid. Okay. I think it's partially because, you know, also of my appearance. And when people get jealous or when people get insecure, they tend to like attack people who they don't like, or people who are less fortunate than themselves, to, you know, climb the social hierarchy. It feels like I'm speaking just basic knowledge right here. Just enjoy the gameplay. I'm gonna try this seriously now. Like, fully focused. I do wonder if I can dodge the piggy strikes. I don't think so. A thing I can do is probably... what was I saying? A thing I can probably do is stagger them before they hit me with a light arrow. What? Am I just that bad? Okay, I have to do it quite a while. Or I'm just very bad. Or this is very hard. I think I'm just bad. I think you're supposed to do this with 2 people, that's why it's so hard. I think, like, this one is very hard to aim at. Live. I should really get someone, you know, to play with. And then you can have a talk with them. Maybe. This game feels very hard, so, you know, you have to focus on the gameplay. There's gonna be a big piggy. Shoot it in the eye. I really like how they made them out of cotton, because then it makes it a lot more family friendly. I should probably make a lot more, or try to make it or remember things that happen in my life. Because someone said, like, please make more story times, and, you know, I do what y'all say. But sometimes I don't really remember a lot of things. But I'll try. Story times. What other story times? I don't know if it's like a story time, but it's like a thing that happened. Oh my god. And it was when I was, you know, around 12 years old, I think. No, 11. I had a friend that was like a bit older than me. Okay, a lot older than me. Oh, right. I think you're supposed to click on it, not fucking do the shit, man. And the thing about this friend, he was, you know, he was Arabic, and he often told me about his own culture, and he wanted me to, you know, follow his culture. He tried to make me Muslim, which I did not appreciate, and he tried to, like, make me follow his cultural norms as well. And, like, one thing I didn't like is that, like, in their culture, to be a man, you have to be like, I don't like using the word, but toxic masculinity. It's like the definition of it. You have to be like, you have to beat on each other. You have to be very mean to each other. And he, like, I distinctly remember it very well. He once tried to push me out in front of a car. Like, it wasn't life-threatening because the car was quite far away, but still, it's fucked up, man. And when we was at a pool, I don't know what it's called, but we used to play this game where we tried to drown each other, and I did not like that at all. But, you know, the special thing about that guy is that I thought he was, like, loyal, because compared to my Swedish friends I've had, he at least stood up for me when people bullied me. Even if he had his flaws, he had his pros as well, you know. And he stood up for me, and I really appreciated that. But, you know, he, like every other person, he wanted to climb the social ladder. Oh, 15 minutes only. Ooh. He wanted to climb the social ladder, and you know how that goes. I don't really care that much about the social ladder, which is probably also why I'm so lonely. You have to care about social ladder. Like, there's no discussing it, you have to. If you want to have friends, if you want to be successful. I am content with having the friends I have. They're not perfect, but they're good enough for me. They have their flaws, they have their pros, but their pros outweigh their cons. I've been thinking about that very specifically. Perfection and such. You know, people always say my friends are this bad or they do this wrong, but they seldom say what they do right. And that's because we humans are very critical creatures. We like to critique more than we like to praise often. And I am myself make that mistake very often. I don't praise my friends enough when they do like good things. And I want to do it more, but it feels very corny, man. And they make me feel kinda corny when I do it. But I mean, that's probably because that's what they've learned. Like, you shouldn't openly compliment each other. I don't know why, it's just a norm, man. It's probably maybe because it shows like weakness, or like that it shows that you accept that they're superior to you or something. Opa, did you see that one? Yes. Opa. And that's also what I've been thinking about girlfriends. You know, I tell myself, the reason why I don't have a girlfriend is because I can't find someone that's right for me. I can't find someone that meets my standards. But then I also question myself, does that mean my standards are too high? It doesn't, because when I look back, my standards aren't that high. I just don't want her to, you know, be... I don't want to say the word, but you know, be, quote, free, or how do you say it? Like, I don't want her to be promiscuous, that's a good word. I want her to be like me. I'm not promiscuous. I'm very pure and very clean. And yes, I use that term because you are not clean if you have slept with multiple people. You are literally not clean. It's a very high chance you have some kind of virus, bacteria, whatever. And I understand that you can get it even without being, you know, active in a sexual way. Oh, it was those buttons. I think that, you know, it's still a bad thing, man. Like, if I had to choose between someone that's innocent and someone that is not, of course I'm gonna choose the innocent one. And like, I look back also to my last relationship I was in. And yes, I've actually been in a relationship that might shock a lot of people. Especially probably some of my fans. But yeah, I was in a relationship that lasted about half a year. And I ain't going to go into more details, you know, because I'm too tired. And I don't want to, you know, it took me a long time to get over it and I don't want to start it again, you know. But what you need to know is, like, we lost our spark after the first 2 months. But the first 2 months were magical. Like, that is the reason why I want a girlfriend, because I want to feel loved. The biggest fear I have in life is to be alone. I like being alone, but I think a lot of introverts can agree. Like, we like to be alone, but we don't like to know that we aren't alone, you know, by choice. We always want someone in the end, like, that can be with us. And maybe I just haven't experienced being with someone enough, you know. I'm not with the right person, you know. Because if I was with the right person, why would I ever want to be alone? The girl I was with, in my opinion, she was perfect. I think a lot of people say their, you know, girlfriends were perfect. But to me, she was my first girlfriend and she was very nice to me. Something very few people had been before. So I really, you know, got attached. And yeah, it just didn't work out. And things be like that sometimes, but you gotta deal with it. Again, I think I've talked a little weirdly because I've been playing away as well, but standards, like I don't see any girl meeting my standards. And I'm gonna be honest, my standards are she's not going to be promiscuous. I want her to be, virgin, because I am also a virgin. And I want her to be, have the same mindset as me, sharing family first. And I don't know why I'm so hesitant to say this, because I feel like if I say too much about what I want in my woman, people are gonna think like I'm some raging, conservative or some. I don't know. It's like my standards. Wanting a virgin, wanting a girl that values families. I don't. In the modern society, people look down on that. People look down on you. They think like you want to oppress women or something. That's not what I want. I want love. Ain't that what we all want? How long is it? 23. I think I'm gonna make it 30, then it's over. I wonder if the battery is 21%. Good. Tell me in the comments, like, what do you want in a dream girl, bruh? A lot of guys, especially lonely guys, think about wanting a girl, but they don't think about what they want in the girl. Because there are very few so-called true cells. Those are very, very rare. So, for the average guy, it's more like on the lines like, you can get a girl, but will she be a good girl? Very, very rare. Oh shit, I am getting jumped. Oh my god, this would be so much easier if I had a sword. Oh shh. What just happened, bro? You know what? I want to play with the sword. I'm too tired with this one. The black one. Did I put in dead batteries? I probably did. God damn it. Our generation is deranged and in some ways beyond saving, in my opinion. When I hear some of my guy friends talk, it disgusts me in a lot of ways, because they just want, basically a sex doll, bruh. They don't want no love. They say like, you have to focus on that later in life. But if you keep saying that, you'll never get to it, because you'll always focus on your career. And I say, what's the meaning of life if it's not to have children, bruh? Is it just for your selfish existence? Is that really fulfilling? Is that really what gives you the most happiness? I don't think so. I think what gives, the most happiness is having a family. Because that is the most, consistent way of happiness. And by the grace of God, is every battery I own dead? How do I take these out? Right, like that. I know these two are charged, because I just charged them. So if this doesn't work, I think the console's just broken. If the console's broken, I will cry. Yeah, it was the batteries. Very good. I no need to stress, brother. Now you'll see a master at work. I was very rarely the bowman when I played with my brother. I was the swordsman, because I like the sword much better than the bow. You could block, you could do a lot more things, in my opinion. Yes. Hello. Let's place it there. Let's go back a little. Yeah, it was the distance. Perfect. Was it just these levels? I remember it being longer. That's probably because, you know, time, or I don't know, in my opinion, time, or yeah, time moved slower when you were younger. And I think that's like factual, because when you were a child, time, like 1 second was like a lot more percent of your lifetime compared to what it is now. And I can show you the last gameplay of me being an absolute unit of this game. Uz, 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 uz. I wish you could see my like hand. I'm absolutely cracked. I'll do it right here, so you can see the master at work. En garde! Uz, uz. I hold it like this because I'm so fancy, brother. So fancy. Oh my god. Y'all really thought you did something. Y'all really did. You see how much better I am at this with my sword? When were the pigs gonna get like sword, iron shields? I think the pink piggies are the strongest. Oh my god, how did I remember my favorite pigs were the big ones, as I said before, but also the blue ones, because they're like, you know... What? What? Oh my goodness. What? How is that possible? I hated those when I was younger. They were so hard. Easy with a bow and arrow, but hard with a sword. Still hard. Oh, that second. Oh, by Shibar. I tried to do the understrike because they can't block that. Ah, it's the one with the pots on their heads. Come on, en garde, en garde. Whoosh! Okay, that did not work. I'm a bit rusty. I haven't played for a couple years. I played yesterday, once. I'm gonna just let them gather around me. And then I'm gonna do that swoosh! Oh, I think it's the big bird. Hoppa. You got like a real arm workout on this one. Oh my god, it's fast. I always hated it fighting against this guy. He was sure fast. Why is it? Oh my god! He's trying to trick me. Hoppa! Hoppa! If I remember correctly... Oh my god, he got me. You couldn't, or you could block it, but it would be like really big knockback. Oh my god, how do I... Wow! What? Shibar no mai Tezeki Shibar. I can't lose this. I am sweating hard on this goddamn Wii U game. Oh, a fucking like 13-year-old game. I'm sweating this hard to win. Whoopai Shibar. I think I will end recording now, but I will continue to play, maybe. Yeah. If you saw my video yesterday, or I don't know when I'm gonna upload this, probably on the 10th of May, if not 11th. So if you saw my video on 9th of May, you saw the setup, and you saw that I was watching the clavicular video. Or actually, I've already seen it. It's just you know, for the views. Well, das war alles. Auf Wiedersehen, mein Freund.